talked about ball security turnovers the other day. You see guys rolling across the field at the end of practice. Is that a thing? Where
it's something that Deshaun does with the running backs. Yeah.
So if they fumble during practice,
the training session,
they have to do that. Okay. What other things do you guys do?
We do ball security every day. There's a ball security gauntlet right there that we start every practice with. So something we emphasize every day.
And then how do you emphasize it with interceptions?
Same thing. It's about decision making. Sometimes the interception isn't always the quarterback. May have gone through a receiver's hands. How do we secure the catch and make sure that we've secured the football? Sometimes it's a bad decision by the quarterback. Sometimes it's a unblocked guy coming off an edge because the offensive lineman went the wrong way and then the quarterback got hit while he was throwing the ball. So they're not just on one guy. It's you look at what happened on that play and then coach it up.
When this team is 1-5, what do you think allowed the guys to stay with it and keep?
I think our whole message is just staying in the moment. And what we're concerned with is having what's the next play, what's the next snap, what's that next day of training look like, and just stay right where you are. Don't worry about the past, don't think about the future, and just stay in the moment.
Is that hard though?
No. There's a coach here, a basketball coach here, Wooden, I think his name was. He did a pretty good job of that, so we try to follow Coach Wooden's model.
Zach Moss ran for 220 yards against you guys last year. Are there significant changes that need to be made? Can he be slowed down?
Everybody's tried. He's obviously one of the more talented backs that we'll face, and then did a great job last year. He's tough to get down. You got to get at him early, and you have to gang tackle him because he's such a strong runner. He's got a unique combination of power and speed, but he's done it not only to UCLA, but he's done it to everybody else too. I think he's the all-time leading rusher at that school. So, I think when you're playing against a great back, gang tackling is a premium. You got to get a lot of guys around him because I'm not sure just one guy's going to get him down.
And then what do you see in Tyler Huntley?
Playing really, really efficiently. Maybe the most efficient quarterback in the country now if you look at the statistical part of it. Makes really, really good decisions. Andy Ludwig has come in and done a really nice job with that offense and putting Tyler in position to make plays, and the kid has made a ton of plays. And he can keep plays alive with his legs. So he's not just a drop back passer. He can keep things alive. I know he's been banged up a little bit, but he still has found a way. And then, the one thing you admire from him is just how tough he is. He stands in there and he takes shots, and then he just keeps getting up and just keeps playing. So, with both of those guys, we have our hands full.
The team has had own time of possession in the last 5 games. Has that been a conscious decision, or that's just the way that the game is played?
Executing. So if you go 3 and out, you don't have the ball very long. If you go longer extended drives, then you have the ball longer. So I just think we're executing at a better rate on the offensive side of the ball, and when you execute at a better rate on the offensive side of the ball, then you hold on to the ball a little bit longer. So.
And how important is that going to be against Utah?
It's for us to execute. I think it would be pretty important. We would hope. I hope we're not talking about not executing against, because that's
more time for the possession.
So. The defense that they have, is the strength of it at all 3 levels, or is there one particular unit?
No, I think that's the why they are so good, is that the strength is at all 3 levels. They've got an outstanding defensive line, but the 2 inside linebackers are very active, and they're replacing 2 guys that went on to play in the NFL, in Hanson and Borton. But the 2 guys they subbed with, that are playing this year are really, really good players too, and they've got a lot of talent on the back end. So I think when you have a defense that is as highly ranked as Utah is, usually it's not just because they got one facet that's good. They're good at all levels, and they're good at the D-line, they're good at linebacker, and they're good in the secondary. So.
Is there anything you do or can do to prepare the team for the cold that's going to exist in a November night in Salt Lake City?
No, you don't have an indoor facility, so you can't really change the climate. We just prepare for the way we prepare, and we've always been a don't worry about things you can't control, so you can't control the weather. Just like if you got to go play a game in the rain, you can't go control that. So I'm sure it would be Kyle would say the same thing if he had to go play a game in heat. So there's nothing you can do about it. So we don't really worry about things we can't control.
Is Bo Calvert available this week?
Nope. So when there's an adjustment on him, we'll keep you posted.
Okay.
How's Tyree Thompson's recovery going?
He's working hard, with our trainers and doing everything he can to see where he is in this whole process. And we hope he gets a chance to get 100% recovery. But I see him every day in the training room. He's working extremely hard at the recovery aspect of things, and it's just a matter of when is the bone fully healed. I think he goes to the doctor usually once every 2 weeks for checkups, and another guy will continue to monitor his status. So.
Do you foresee him playing this year?
I don't. I'm not the doctor, so they tell me when guys are cleared to go, and then they tell me when guys can't go. So when they tell me when he's cleared to go, I'll get that information to him.
One of the things that is clear from Utah, from looking at the stats that you brought up earlier, is they don't turn the ball over.
No.
Huntley and Moss in particular. I think Huntley's got 1 interception all year. Does that cause you guys to try to be more aggressive, or does it change anything you do defensively?
I mean, obviously, if you could change one thing to create more turnovers, I think everybody would do that. So the quarterback is a really good decision maker. I think Coach Ludwig has put in a really good scheme for him that he has flourished in. So, part of it is, can you get to him? Can you disrupt them? Can you disrupt the timing of the routes to the receivers? Can you disrupt the timing of the quarterback, or is he just going to sit back there and be able to, survey the defense and figure out where the ball's going? So, it's going to take all phases of us, our pass rush and our pass coverage, to try to affect them in the passing game.
Have you ever coached with Ludwig before?
Have I ever coached with Andy?
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.